Hi guys, Rachel here in front of my coffee plant. Stay tuned to see how you're going to get a fresh cup of coffee.
Hi guys, Rachel here. How is everyone doing? If you haven't already, go ahead and smash the like button and go ahead and subscribe to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how to make traditional Costa Rican coffee. So in Costa Rica, they call this a Chorreador. Hopefully I said this correctly. Again, I'm practicing my Spanish, so I don't say everything correctly in Spanish as I'm still learning. So I'll leave the link down below to where you can purchase one of these and how it's properly pronounced. But here in Costa Rica, this is like the backbone of making coffee. So when you come to Costa Rica, you're going to see many households have this instead of using a traditional coffee maker. And it actually makes 10 times better coffee than a coffee maker. So what I like to do is personally grind up some fresh coffee, and I have like a selection here of what's typical in Costa Rica. You go into any like local grocery store. So many options. Some of which are export quality, as they call it. So export quality is going to be grade A quality coffee we have here in Costa Rica. And I have to say, out of all the places I've traveled, Costa Rica and Colombia are probably my #1s for coffee. Also, you'll find great coffee throughout Central America, such as Guatemala has coffee, some plantations are in Honduras, El Salvador has coffee farms. So Costa Rica is more known for their coffee, most definitely, and you'll find some great like select coffee farms throughout Costa Rica. We have a lot down south, up in the mountains. Also, we have a lot up north. You'll find some by Lake Arano, by the volcanoes, Poas volcano. So thanks to our, volcano activity here in Costa Rica, it's what kind of really produces that great flavor of coffee and gives it something just a little more different than, say, if you have a plantation and it's not near volcanic activity. So it gives it a unique flavor. So what we have today is called Tres Rios, and this is from a valley over towards the east side of San Jose, and it produces really great coffee because it's situated by two volcanoes. So we're going to go ahead and make this today. But this is the brand Brit, and they have a lot of different selections when you go into the store. So if you are able to check them out, see if they're in your local grocery store, they do produce really good coffee. But I prefer when I'm in Costa Rica to find more different brands that are from actual farmers and little farmers to help, support locals. But in Costa Rica, in the main supermarkets, if you're just looking for anything in general, you can just grab one of these. And this is going to be a lot more expensive since it is grade A quality and export quality. This is just going to be 1,000 colones, but it's still really good. And then you have also like Cafe Ray produces a lot of coffee throughout the country, and they distribute to many different countries actually. So they have really good quality coffee. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how we actually make the coffee. So what you want to do is you can take any type of pan, just get some water boiling. And so with this, you're going to use a filter, and you're going to find these in the grocery store, and they're maybe about 40-50 cents. If you don't have one in your grocery store, in a specialty store, I'll find a link online and link it down. And then you're going to just take a large vase. Vase or vase? I don't know. Anyways, but you're going to go ahead and I'm going to grind up my coffee. So after you grind up your coffee, you're just going to throw it on into the filter here. Okay, and then after you do that, you're going to go ahead and pour your hot water in. But what I'm going to do is, I have this one, and this one actually is my favorite since it has a better way to distribute the hot water. But if you don't have one of these, Nothing fancy, by the way. You can easily use one of these. I recommend using something more safe to actually pour your hot water in this, because if I pour it this way, it's going to go all over. So it's not the best idea. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this in here. And so when you pour this, you kind of want to make sure you go ahead and get everything on the side. And I'll bring the camera over so you guys can see a little bit. But you're going to want to go and get everything around the edge. And when you do this, you want to fill up a good amount of coffee, but you don't want to go overboard. And you can always go ahead and add some more coffee with time if you don't think it's enough or you want it to be a more darker roast. That should be good. So I'm not making too much just because it's for me at the moment, but you can go ahead and make sure it's evenly distributed, and after that you're all set. And so this kind of method that they've had in Costa Rica for literally years, this is what they used before they had coffee makers, and honestly it's going to get you some of the best tasting coffee. I know everyone's on the go and everyone wants to just quickly throw their coffee in a coffee maker, but I don't know, when I have coffee from a coffee maker, I'm just like, okay, well this is all right, you know, but it's nothing like when I do it fresh like this and grind up fresh beans, and it just gives you such a better flavor quality. You can go ahead, add milk, and you can go ahead and add your sugar or whatever. It's actually interesting here, they use so much sugar in their coffee, it's insane. But when I went to Colombia, and some of the specialty coffee places, they wanted you first to taste the coffee, and at times people wouldn't even bring me milk. I would ask for leche for the cafe, and I don't even know how to describe it. They would give me a look like, how dare you want to put milk in this fresh black coffee? And here in Costa Rica, it's like, okay, here's your milk, here's your sugar, there's no problem. But in Colombia, they definitely wanted you to embrace and get the sense of the smell and the taste before you went and added everything to it. So it's your preference personally, but so this is a lighter roast. And there you go, you have fresh coffee, and I would say under 5 minutes. So like I said, I would personally ditch your coffee maker, or if you want to use that for large batches, but you can easily go ahead and make something like this for parties and events, and people are gonna like, oh, what did you use, or where did you make that? So when you go to the grocery store, you just kind of look for, oh, this is from Costa Rica, and then verify, is it actually all the beans from Costa Rica, or have they mixed it from Costa Rica in different places? So I would just verify and check out to see if your local grocery store, or even a specialty store, if they have some kind of variety of Costa Rican coffee, and go ahead and give that a try. Or if they don't have that, a different type of Central American brand. But I mean, I wouldn't head into your local Starbucks and just grab one of those bags, because I mean, they do have some quality stuff, but I mean, you could go ahead and find, you know, the little guys, you know, the farmers that aren't mass producing their coffee into great Starbucks quantity. So go ahead and look for those. And like I said, if you can't find Costa Rican coffee, go ahead and look for Colombian coffee or Guatemalan coffee, or it maybe gives you an excuse to book a ticket here to Costa Rica. So it's a win-win if you do that either way. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll go ahead and leave some links to where to find this, where to find one of these filters. And if not, if you can't find one of these filters, you can easily go ahead with a clean t-shirt and just rip that up and put that around a wire like this, like this honestly just looks like a t-shirt, so you can go ahead and do that easy DIY project. Even this I did as a DIY project, like I just took some wood and put it together. So it's nothing complicated, so it's not something like, oh my god, it's going to take so much time to find this or to do a DIY. No, it's totally simple. Anyone can do it. So I hope you guys ditch your coffee makers, try some traditional Costa Rican coffee, and have an opportunity to explore what makes Costa Rica great and what makes their coffee great. Because if you go into any Tico's home, they usually don't have coffee makers unless you're like going into what we call a soda, which is a typical restaurant might have a coffee maker, but most locals just do it this style. So thanks guys for watching. Subscribe, click the like button, and have a great day.